We're going to venture into chapter 2 of Misunderstood, which is titled Caring. You see, I had this idea that caring, especially as an empath and certainly as a therapist, that caring had a lot to do with what other people wanted, what they needed, what they were feeling, and tuning in really clearly to trying to meet some of those needs and being very attentive to what was going on for others. That was my definition, and it worked for me for a really long time until suddenly I realized I was overextending, and there were so many ways that I was caring for people and a multitude of people without really ever stopping to assess the quality of what I was investing or the quality of the relationships I was actually investing in. And so part of this existential crisis I talk about in chapter 2 is really this hard wake-up call where I recognized my own signs and symptoms: exhaustion, depletion, overwhelm, irritation, frustration, you name it. I kind of came up with this emotional flu of my interactions with others, and I just couldn't bear to continue functioning the way that I was functioning, and yet I didn't know what it was that was happening. Basically, I burned myself out trying to be so caring, loving, and attentive to other people. So I wonder for you, a couple things. What's your definition of caring? How do you show that to other people? Do you ever take the time to stop and assess the quality of what you're investing in people and who you're investing in? Do you ever stop to check your motives for why you're really investing in that way? And then also, what are your signs and symptoms? Your feelings are trying to tell you something. And so if you're noticing any of those similar symptoms, exhaustion, depletion, frustration, irritation, whatever they might be, if you're noticing any of those, what might those feelings be trying to tell you? Emotions are very important in informational cues, and I'm hoping that you learn to use them and not just simply judge or deny them. So, a lot of information in that. What's your definition of caring? How do you show that to people? Are you invested more in quality type relationships, or are you someone who just kind of spreads to the masses, so to speak? And also, what are your signs and symptoms when you're overdoing it in relationships? What are the signs and symptoms that your body is really trying to show you? Lots of food for thought. So tune in, chapter 2. Anything you want to share with me, I'm open and I would love to hear. Be well, my friends.